Let's see. Let's see if he's in here. Buddy Bill said somebody was in here, so let's see what's good. Hey, yo, somebody's in there? Yo, how you doing, man? Yo, man, I'm doing a live, man, vlog. I got some love I want to show to you today, man. You know, it's hot out here. What do you want for me to get for you today? Anything you want to eat? Anything you want to drink?
I appreciate it, man. I didn't let it know, man.
What do you want for me to go to the store and get for you?
Sodas.
What type of soda you want?
Mountain Dew.
Mountain Dew?
My wife will like, she drinks Mountain Dew.
Okay, so you want 2 Mountain Dews?
Yes.
I'll be right back, all right, brother? How much you used to weigh before?
Like 220.
And how much you weigh now?
Like 160, if that. My name is Moses. I'm 36. Originally born and raised in Kensington. I've struggled with addiction since, I want to say since a young age, really, because when I was about 10, I was on, they put me on Ritalin. That was the start of the beginning of everything. Eventually, as I got older, the drugs started to change until eventually they became the painkillers. And eventually the perks became expensive. And at one point or another, it turned into fentanyl. And now I've struggled with tranq and fentanyl addiction now for the last, say, 8 years. Hard. And it's affected my life in a lot of ways. I've lost a lot of relationships with my family. I'm not there as a father for my son. I have a 4-year-old. And, it's just living on the street. It sucks. I got family, but, when they don't it's hard for someone who doesn't understand addiction, who doesn't struggle with it, to really know what lies behind that. Someone who doesn't struggle with addiction, their thought process is, well, if you want to stop, you can stop. And necessarily, it's not like that. I wish it was. I would have stopped years ago. But I haven't been able to. I've been in and out of treatment about 20 times, if not more. I had about a year clean, and eventually I relapsed again, and since then I've been back out here struggling. My support systems, I don't have many support systems. I have my girlfriend, who's there with me, and we try to keep each other, going, and we both want the best for each other. We both want to get clean, and it's just not as easy as it's been as it's said. But there is a point where I want to be a father to my son. His mother struggles with addiction as well. So it's on both sides. And I don't feel my mother has custody of my son due to the addiction, and he's getting bigger and he's starting to realize things, and I want to be that father to him. I want to be there because my father, I went through the same thing. My father struggled with heroin and fentanyl addiction as well, and was never there. And I'm putting my son through the same thing I got put through. So it just keeps going on.
I'm going to ask you some questions.
Yeah.
Have you ever tried Suboxone?
I actually have tried Suboxone. I was on Suboxone for a while and on methadone. I actually get Suboxone now, but to be honest with you, like many other addicts who get Suboxone, the process of having to wait 72 hours before taking it it's almost impossible because you're going to be sick for them 72 hours before you can take something. So am I going to wait 72 hours to take something that's going to make me feel better, or am I just going to go ahead and do that bag that's going to get me well? You know, so it's hard to just pick up a Suboxone, because I was to take one now, I'd be sick. Instant withdrawal. You know, and methadone, on the other hand, it's liquid handcuffs. You know, I'm on methadone. I got to go to a clinic every day now. You know, and if I miss an appointment with a counselor or anything, or I gotta meet my counselor today, well, guess what? They're gonna hold my medication until I meet my counselor. You know, so it's all a game. They all want to hold something above your head, and it's hard when you're trying to live right and you're trying to get clean, and you got all these things obstacles that you got to overcome just to get dosed.
What are some misconceptions and stigmas about drug addiction that you would like to clear up?
That you know, that it's a choice. That it's, you know, in the beginning it was a choice, right? After that, it no longer is a choice. You have to do it, and a lot of it comes from these doctors. A lot of these doctors' offices started this. The government knew what was going on when they started this. They want to play along like they didn't know. They knew what was going on. They all knew this was addictive. They all knew perks and painkillers were addictive. They knew what it was going to lead to. But it's all a revolving door. They can all make money off it. Let's get them hooked. Now they're going to buy drugs. Now we'll lock them up. That's another way of making money. You know, to me, I just feel like it's all a part of a plan that they knew from the beginning.
Absolutely, brother. You definitely educated us. Let's talk about what all have you lost due to your addiction?
I've lost jobs. I've lost friendships. I've lost family. My son. I can't be the father that I want to be to my son. You know, and it hurts every day knowing that little boy is growing up, not having that father figure. Pretty much me doing the same exact thing I said I was never going to do to my son that my father put me through. I'm putting him through.
What do you think, for your case, what do you need to completely get you off this and live a, you know, productive life? What do you need that's going to help you?
Honestly, lately, I would say in the last few weeks, I've been really having a thought of me leaving the city. Me just relocating. And I know they say you take you wherever you go, but you know, if I'm in a new place and I don't know nothing, it's probably better that way. It's hard for you to change different behaviors, especially when you're used to being in a certain place and you've been around it your entire life. You know, because then you run into people and places and things, and you know. I'm going to surround myself around new positive things. So
is that some of your triggers in the environment?
Yes.
What's your living status right now?
Currently, I live in a tent. I'm homeless.
And what's your thoughts on the shelter?
I've been there, but you know, they treat you like, excuse my language, shit. They do. You know, they talk to you however they want. And they make you feel like they belittle you. They make you feel like you're worthless. And you know, they should be there to help you and to kind of empower you to do better. And it doesn't happen that way. If anything, they make you feel even smaller.
How do your family feel about your situation?
My family, they've reached a point where honestly they've cut themselves off from me because of my addiction. Not because they don't care about me, it's because they don't want to see me keep hurting myself. They don't want to see me keep doing what I'm doing, but they don't understand either what it's like to struggle with addiction because they haven't gone through it.
Absolutely. So what do you want the world to know about you?
I wasn't never like this. I wasn't always like this. You know, I was a, you know, I was a productive member of society at one point. You know, I wasn't one to be out here and struggled with addiction. If anything, I used to help people with addiction. And I would take care of people when I seen that they needed help. But you know, I guess when the shoe's on the other foot, you know, you really see who's there for you.
Ain't that the truth? So how do you survive out here? What are some hustles do you have to make money?
I'll beg on a ramp, or I boost if I have to boost, which I don't like boosting. You know, I'll just pretty much any little thing I can get and do, I'll do. If I got to scrap, I scrap. You know, just anything I come across.
What's the worst thing you ever done to support your habit?
Stolen from family. You know, and you know, it hurts.
Right. Do you have any goals and aspiration for life, in life?
Yeah, I want to get clean. I want to get clean, stay clean, and be the father figure to my son.
That's awesome that you mention your son a lot. For instance, your son and people his age group, what advice would you give to the younger generations about drug addiction?
Best thing you can do is stay away from it. There's nothing. It's not worth anything. There's nothing worth touching it. Stay away from it.
What about you? You had any role models growing up that told you not to do drugs?
A lot of my family members did drugs. I mean, whether it was smoking pot, whatever it was, they did. You know, but you know, their perception or their outlook was different because of the drug that they chose. You know, everyone's got a different outlook on what they do.
Absolutely. Now we about to shut down, brother. I appreciate you very much. Just got some other questions to ask you and it's a wrap. What are some things you like most about yourself?
I'm a helpful person. Even in the situation I'm in, like, I'll take the time and help someone else out who needs more than I do. You know, I'm considerate of other people's feelings, and I sometimes I put other people first before I put myself first.
I hear that. Daytime or nighttime, which one are you?
I'm more of a nighttime person.
Why?
It's cooler, not so hot.
I hear that. Do you have a favorite band or artist you listen to?
Yeah, band I like Nirvana.
Nice. Anyone else?
Nirvana and Red Hot Chili Peppers.
Okay, he got some hits. All right, okay. What are some of your favorite foods?
Like Philly cheesesteak, of course, and you know, Spanish rice and beans. You know.
Okay. What are some of your skills or hobbies?
Skills. I used to be able to. I played violin when I was younger. Played baseball all through high school, and football. I was really good at it.
Nice. Okay. If you had 3 wishes, what would your 3 wishes be?
One, that I could take back every mistake I've made and make them right. That I would have never started doing drugs, and that my son would have been there, and he's there and sees me as a father figure that he deserves.
Nice. Wish those wishes come true for you, brother. And last but not least, to take us home, there are a lot of people in this world who judge people who struggle with drug addiction. What's your message for the world?
It could be you. So be careful who you judge. It doesn't take, it's not hard. A blink of an eye. Okay. All it takes is one injury and the doctor give you the wrong script.
That's deep. I felt that in my soul. Don't judge because you don't know tomorrow. And same thing that you judge, you might end up becoming. So is there anything you're in need of that we can help you with?
Honestly, I'm just trying to get it together and not be homeless, trying to find a shelter, find somewhere to go into. I'm tired of being on the street, especially, you know, before the winter comes, because I'm definitely not trying to spend winter out here.
Right. Guys, don't be bitter, be better. Until next time, we out there. Peace out.
What started as a phase has become a growing trend. I guess what I can follow is my self-delusion. Cut me a piece, just a piece of that pie. Don't matter what, I am missing the high. Melting me down with that kerosene smile. Was full of hope, now I'm turning senile.